Hello everyone, welcome back to My Way, perfect cool podcast I have every single morning. Before we get into the news, one thing I would like to say is if I sound like Brian Stelter today, it's because I have my allergies right now. I may sound like a dying sheep. And second of all, I'm in the process of moving this show over to Rumble, as Dan Bongino says, the perfect YouTube alternative for conservative podcasters. So if you love this show, I would start looking forward to seeing it on Rumble. It's Dan Bongino, YouTube alternative. The YouTube alternative, and other people are already over there, like Lionel Crowder, Dan Bongino, many other podcasters out. Put perfectly over there, get more, just spread my word more possible over there. So, I am your host, Max. Now, I will not be changing. And let's get into today's news. So, FBI raids Trump home in Mar-a-Lago. What does this have an effect on us in the United States? Especially in these present times. So, if you've not received the news already, it's already been a crap show. And Monday night, the FBI raided Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago, which is a private community. And why is this concerning? Well, if you don't know, Donald Trump is the former president of the United States, and never in our documented history has a former president or a sitting president been raided by one of their own governmental agencies. Now, this is quite concerning because what does this mean for ordinary Americans who could possibly have views maybe that the Biden regime, DOJ, FBI, all of them don't agree with? Well, they could FBI raid you. Now, first off, you're no longer call it a raid, just like how they redefined the definition of woman recession. They redefined the definition of raid, and we're not allowed to call this a raid since this is the execution of a warrant, of a law warrant by law enforcement, even though it wasn't. So the people who issued these law warrants, specifically the one who did the signing on the paper, has connection with the Obama campaign, one of his biggest donors, and a connection in Florida of protecting many Jeffrey Epstein clients and many Jeffrey Epstein employees. Now, if you don't know who Jeffrey Epstein is, he's kind of the guy who helped a lot of the elites in Washington rape young women. Quite concerning stuff, and he was their flag. And that's why many of them are still on the streets today with zero signs of facing imprisonment, which should be mandatory for such a serious crime like that. So, he issued a warrant. Merrick Garner, who is the head of the FBI, also kind of said that he will side along with this. So they sent 30 armed agents to Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago. When I mean armed agents, I mean they're displaying their standard issue M4s, clearly holding them out, armbands, and raiding. Now, what were they out there to get? Stuff like a birthday party menu for Donald Trump's birthday during the White House, notes from Kim Jong-un and Obama. They went through Melania Trump's closet and they took a cocktail napkin. Why? We don't know, but here's something that is very important for us to realize. Donald Trump, since he left the White House on January 20th, 2021, has been cooperating with the feds by giving them over resources that they may need. So, if they were just to send Dick and Rick from the Miami-Dade FBI location to go get some leftover files, I could care less. But it's how they use this raid. They went in, guns drawn, to go get their stuff. Now you may be sitting there asking, why should we worry about this? Well, who's our next target? We've already seen what the feds have been doing, taking many of Trump's officials, advisors, and members off in shackles, raiding many houses who supported them, and suppressing them online for sharing views. So obviously, Donald Trump cannot hide behind, Joe Biden cannot hide behind saying that the DOJ, the FBI, and definitely the IRS, they're not weaponized against the conservatives. They're not implementing stuff like the KGB Gestapo tactics of putting fear into their opponents by doing stuff like making them pay more in taxes. This is quite concerning. So how are we going to step forward from here? We have to address the fact that the Biden regime is using FBI, DOJ, and IRS as a weapon. Now, if you don't know, Department of Justice, FBI, and IRS should be doing their jobs. IRS is not completely needed, but they should be making sure everyone's paying their taxes. FBI should be raiding Hunter Biden, the Pelosi's, the Clintons, since they have incriminating records. And the Department of Justice should be prosecuting child rapists. So, how is Joe Biden completely hiding away from this? Well, Karine Jean-Pierre, the black, gay, lesbian, immigrant, whatever I forgot, black press secretary, when Peter Doocy asked a simple question saying, is Joe Biden using the FBI as a weapon? This is what Karine Jean-Pierre answers. Peter, Joe Biden believes in the rule of justice, which is quite ironic with someone like Hunter Biden, but Peter Doocy responded with, well, that doesn't answer my question. And Karine Jean-Pierre says, well, I'm answering my own question, Peter. Yes, you heard that correct. My own question. Because when you're hit with a question that you don't want to answer, you know what you do? You can create your own question. Politics 101. If you don't like the question, create your own. So why would he go after a man like Donald Trump? Well, you see, Donald Trump is the greatest threat in 2024 to the Democrat Party, the status quo. Because what happened in 2020 is he cheated. They put Biden in. Biden screwed up big time. Now the Americans are angry, the patriots. A man with around a 20% approval rating, really only his mom enjoys him, has a lot of enemies and targets behind his back. So, obviously, Donald Trump will probably win majority of states in 2024. So, Democrats have to take him out. And they think raiding his home will make the Republicans suspicious of him. Although Trump earlier this year was somewhat losing faith in him with endorsing Dr. Oz, who's a Democrat. There's a rhino. And making other stupid decisions. Then, the FBI raiding him. I did not lose faith because what the Democrats thought, this would make everyone guarantee that they won't support Trump anymore. This fuels Trump campaign. Because now this is actually labeling it like the current president you're under, he doesn't care about you. He could give less. He could turn a blind eye to you. But when I get back in office, I'm going to care about you. And that's what we need to take away from this, is that the FBI didn't prevent Trump from running again. They made him win. So, that's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you next time. If there's a next time. This is Max signing out.